Do you want to make a video for TikTok? Do you want to make one for Facebook? Advertising? Has your company put you in charge of creating a promotional video for the organization? Do you need to stay within a fixed budget? Where do you begin? You need to watch this video.
Why should I take the time to write a script? That is a great question. Many folks that hired me over the years asked me to go film an event and then wants to use the footage to create programs which meet their objectives. In fact, just days ago, I was hired for 2 consecutive days to film an event with the hopes of creating 4 or 5 mini programs in just this manner. This is the most expensive and most time-consuming and the least economical method to create a useful program. First, you can never be certain that you are getting the video necessary to explain important parts of your content. Second, you may get some useful video, but now you need to search for segments of the video which might be applicable to amplify and clarify your narration. So, here is a better way to proceed. Make an outline of important points. Then tweak it so that the important points are made using the least amount of text. Audiences will get bored quickly if you are verbose. Keep your program short, conveying your message. Double check your narrative and make sure you are not regularly covering the same point over and over. Time is money, and that can be a lot of money when you proceed without a written script. You can write your own script or have it written by an experienced scriptwriter. As an example, many script writers charge about $60 per hour. On-scene video production can run $150 to $200 per hour. So, a couple of hours of script writing will save a lot of video production costs. This is the most efficient way to create a video. Even if you are creating a script personally and not relying upon a professional scriptwriter, it makes good sense to have the script critiqued. You need to build the script the same way you would write a short story. Start with some general information about your subject and then start to narrow your topic. Continue the narrowed topic until you get near the end of your topic, having met your communications objective, and then finally return to the general topic at the conclusion. Keep the program short. Folks just don't have the attention span to watch and understand prolonged video programming. French philosopher and mathematician Blaise Pascal famously wrote, "I would have written a shorter letter, but I did not have the time." In other words, it takes more time to be precise than to be prolific to explain issues. Most modern cameras allow you to select a video format. The video format includes the size of the video frame and the number of frames per second which will be recorded. The larger the frame size and the higher the number of frames per second leads to higher quality video. Not all video editing software can accommodate high frame size or frame rate. Most TV commercials are filmed in high definition, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels and between 24 and 60 frames per second. Some distribution sites such as Netflix requires ultra-high definition, which includes frames larger than 4000 pixels and frame rates between 60 and 120 frames per second. What is a shot sheet? This can be a written or graphic representation of what visual will line up with the narration. By creating a shot sheet, you will know ahead of time exactly what visual you will need, so you won't be wasting time filming things you really don't need to support your video. Shot sheets can be simply hand-drawn graphics, even stick figures. It is probably helpful if you predetermine the length of the narration which needs to be supported with video. You don't want to be short of material when it becomes time to place your shots or graphics against the editing timeline. You can cheat and find images on the web to make up your shot sheet. These images are just for your benefit and won't be published. Again, the intent here is to tell the videographers exactly what needs to be filmed and minimize the shots which they need to accumulate. On a Windows computer you can obtain screen images by pressing Windows, Shift, and S. These screen images won't be used in the final production as they are just placeholders. Using adequate light on subjects is very important. Underlighting or overlighting a subject makes for a poor product. If you're new to video production, use the auto setting on the camera to keep the brightness correct. Most lighting situations require a main light in front of the subject and a secondary to one of the sides. Sometimes even a third light either above and behind the subject is used to delineate the subject from the background.
A good wireless microphone or shotgun microphone will usually provide adequate sound for talent. Either of these can be used in the field or in the studio location. If more than one talent is in the field of view, then a pair of shotgun microphones on either side of the talent can provide adequate sound. Always check the audio levels right at the camera and monitor the sound with earphones throughout the production to double-check the talent's audio signal. Post-production is a place where some production mistakes, but not all mistakes, can be fixed. But the goal should be to avoid the problems before they occur. High-end editing programs may have ways to improve the sound level, brightness, contrast and color saturation. However, it will save time and money to carefully monitor these issues during filming. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. A quick check during filming can prevent hours in post-production fixing these issues. Narration is a very important part of the video production. It communicates the message of the production. Having someone which can emphasize the important parts and de-emphasize the non-important parts can make the difference in producing a meaningful video production. You can do the narration yourself. Practice the narration several times before recording. Underline or highlight important words which need emphasis. Watch the pace of delivery. Watch the level of your delivery. Keep your voice as level as possible but not in a monotonous tone. Use the full range of your voice. Choose a very quiet location to record your narration. Professional narrators will make your program stand out. They already know where emphasis should be for key words. They usually will record in a low ambient noise level area, so background noises won't be heard. They will also use a professional microphone which will clearly and accurately deliver the narration. The decision of a voice for narration is very important. Consider the product you are promoting. Is it something used by either a male or female or both? Beer commercials generally have men doing the narration, whereas bra commercials are generally narrated by females. Editing is how your video production will be put together. There are a wide variety of editing programs on the market. Some programs require a lot of time to learn even the basics, others take less time to learn. Some programs can duplicate just about anything you have seen on your TV, while others just provide basic editing. If you choose to provide your own editing, You will need a high-performance computer with lots of memory. Editing programs compresses video information, and you will need a system which can decompress this information as fast as it was originally compressed. You can save a lot of money by correctly gathering the information needed by a professional editor to do the requested job. There are no shortage of professional editing programs. They generally cost a lot of money to purchase or to rent. The learning curve is usually very steep. If you need to generate a program quickly, these are not the type of programs you want to be using. Hiring a pro may be the best way to proceed. Avid's Media Composer is a professional editing program with a substantial learning curve. It has all the bells and whistles that an editor will likely need. There is a paid annual subscription to keep up with the latest online version. These are costly but can save a lot of time for producing great video productions. There is a free version available called Avid Free DV. Adobe Premiere is a great editing platform. It is also costly, but less so than Media Composer. Both Media Composer and Premiere both integrate well with Adobe's After Effects. The Adobe Production Package contains a series of video editing programs which also have a steep learning curve. Adobe's After Effects is a complex program which will also take a while to learn, but it allows for complex manipulations of video, graphics and shapes. Video editing can be obtained with consumer-oriented video programs. Examples are Movie Studio and Power Director. Each of these can provide simple editing with a shorter learning curve. They also have a lower initial costs, and yearly upgrades are optional. YouTube has abundant videos explaining how to process basic editing functions for each of these programs. Remember, they still require a high-performance computer with a lot of memory. Movie Studio is relatively simple to use and provides some special effects and transitions. Power Director is relatively simple to use and provides many more special effects, transitions, and graphics. Video Robot is a program which has several pre-made animations which can be remolded to quickly speed up your production.
You can rewrite the supplied narration to make the animated speaker adapt to your project. The programs are short and sometimes the audio fails to synchronize completely with the video. Doodly uses a graphic hand which appears to draw images in simple video animations. This type of video is regularly seen on Facebook. The program is very easy to learn and use. Toonly has varied animated characters which can be placed on a group of provided backgrounds, or you can use a green screen to provide your own backgrounds. Audacity is a free program with substantial audio editing capabilities. It can edit your audio, clean up background noises, and keep your audio level constant throughout your production. Audacity is also simple to use. Adobe's Audition does about the same as Audacity but carries with it an annual fee and is included in Adobe's production package. Audition has a slightly higher learning curve. Hiring a pro may be the least expensive way to meet your video production goals. You don't have to worry about learning an editing program. You won't need an expensive computer or a video editing program, and you can direct the editing from home or office. The cost of video editing can be as little as $50 per hour or as much as $200 per hour depending on the video format being worked upon. Most video production these days are in high definition. This means the picture size in pixels is 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels. This will completely fill the screen of your home high-definition TV set. It is easier for computers to handle newer 4K video, which has 4 times the clarity of a high-definition video program. 4K implies that at least one side of the screen will be at least 4000 pixels. Your professional editor will already have either a high-definition or ultra-high-definition editing system on a high-performance computer. You may be lucky enough to be located close enough to join a local editor at the editor's studio. This allows for editing as you build your program. If something doesn't look as good as it should, then you can have a correction made immediately and see the result. If you can't make it to an editor's studio, there are ways to have the program edited remotely. The easiest way to edit remotely is to ask the editor to process your video with time code burned into the program. Time code shows hours, minutes, seconds, and frames so that precise editing positions can be determined. You tell the editor the starting and ending point of a clip and the place on the timeline where the clip should be placed. A second method described next is not as exacting. Instead of time code, you would need to specify 4 or 5 words as an in cue and 4 or 5 words as an out cue. Then you would need to establish the amount of time from the program start to where this video clip should be placed on the timeline. This method is much more time-consuming and consequently more expensive. Music can be and frequently is an important part of video productions. Picking the right music can make or break a video production. There are companies which will send you dozens of discs for a fee, but the music is licensed for use just as soon as you purchase the discs. A more recent way of selecting music is to visit a music website such as Audio Network. This company charges various fees for the level of marketing that the music will support. The amount might be as small as $25 for rough cut videos or as much as $100 or more. The cost will be higher for videos which might be promotional and wind up on either a TV or the big screen at a movie theater. Audio Network has a wide variety of music available at various lengths from 10 seconds to several minutes plus variations. Once in a while you won't find exactly the music you need and it may be necessary to hire a musician to orchestrate a short musical piece or a quick jingle to highlight a business or product. There are several methods for publishing your video. You can do it online if your client needs the video quickly and it's not too long. Also, Dropbox or Restream or Vimeo may be worth exploring. These sites allow for storing video information in a few different ways. Restream allows you to broadcast to multiple video locations at the same time. Dropbox keeps your video in the cloud and allows downloading when the creator shares a link with you. Dropbox can store video which may be released upon a digital payment from a client anywhere on the web. Dropbox and Google can transfer very large files by sharing a link with stored online digital data. In addition to storing your video programming, they can stream your videos once you have collected a fee. Restream can deliver stored or real-time video to multiple video locations at the same time. Restream easily delivers to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Dropbox charges a fee for varied amounts of cloud storage, but Google doesn't charge for uploading large files including video files. Vimeo charges a fee for video storage but allows for monetization of video programs. Restream charges a fee for short-term video storage and is best suited to stream your program to multiple websites. There is no charge to upload videos to YouTube, but there may be charges for monetization of a video on YouTube. YouTube does allow for full high definition and ultra high definition video. There is no charge to upload video programs to Facebook, but there may be charges for monetization of your program. Facebook doesn't allow for full high definition video.
We use a series of different sized flash drives. Occasionally we use a portable hard drive to send the data back to the client. We carry 16, 32 and 64 GB flash drives for distribution. The flash drives will need to be initialized to the exFAT format to store large amounts of data from video files. We also use USB 3 flash drives because they can deliver speeds fast enough for playback in most computers. Many times, folks want to be able to use the USB flash drive for playback plugged directly into their HD TV. Video files must be relatively small for direct playback through a USB port on a TV. A better way to achieve this is using a HDMI cable to interconnect your computer with your high-definition TV's auxiliary input. Flash drives allow quicker access to programs but often come at a greater cost. Hard drives don't allow quick access, but their cost seems to be significantly lower. Not sure if you want to try your hand at editing? We would be delighted to help. You can reach us at videoserve2@aol.com for professional video production and video editing. We are located in Odessa, Florida on the Tampa border.